So happy to see you all. As Millie already introduced, this presentation today is about our NavVis use cases and the NavVis workflow, and actually about how we can integrate the NavVis data and solutions into your equipment. So let me quickly start to talk about the historical development of surveying equipment. So on the one hand, here we see the standard surveying equipment as digital total stations and terrestrial laser scanners. And since the industry is evolving, of course, the terrestrial laser scanners actually became mobile. So now we also have mobile mapping systems in the industry. For example, the M6 you can see here on the right. But since NavVis is evolving as well, we also launched another product last year, what is the NavVis RealX, what is a wearable and versatile mobile mapping system for indoors and outdoors. But actually, NavVis is not only really strong with its hardware, we also have a really powerful software solution, what is the NavVis Ivion, and we have several demos, not only the Ivion demo we had today already. You can also always have Ivion demos here in the booth, and of course also hardware demos here in the booth, or today again at 5 at this theater presentation. So let me first give you an overview of the NavVis workflow. So we saw today that there are several surveying equipments on the markets, and the majority of surveyors actually already use total stations. They use GNSS rovers and drones, definitely terrestrial laser scanners, and sometimes also mobile mapping systems. And that's the reason why we want to support the combination of our devices with the well-known devices that you use. When we now compare terrestrial laser scanning against mobile mapping systems, we see here on the left side we need many scan positions to capture this residential building here or this office. We need bridge scans to register the scans later to each other. And still we may not have a full coverage of the whole area because we just have a few perspectives from these single laser scan positions. Using mobile mapping systems, we just walk around a room, so we get thousands of different perspectives on all the objects. We are much faster, and just can finish this project much faster compared to terrestrial laser scanning. But now the question is, we don't just want to talk against terrestrial laser scanning, of course. We also want to show you how you can combine these two worlds, fast scanning with mobile mapping systems and also scanning with terrestrial laser scanners. And that's why I want to show you the NavVis workflow here. So we start at the left side, of course. So the first step always is to capture data. So you can either use the NavVis hardware, like the NavVis VLX or NavVis M6, but you can, of course, also use hardware from other manufacturers, so like terrestrial laser scanners, for example, or drones. Then as second step, you have to upload the NavVis data into NavVis Ivion Core, what is our software suite, then process the data there. And either you can now already download the point clouds and keep on working with third-party software for registration or quality assurance, for example, or you can, of course, also import into BIM software to draw and model on that data. But you can also stay in the NavVis Ivion Core world if you like and just upload third-party point clouds additionally to the NavVis point clouds, register them, do the quality assurance in NavVis Ivion, and then export the registered point clouds using the grab and download function. And again, of course, then use third-party software. But you can, again, still stay in the NavVis Ivion Core world and use Ivion Core to publish the data, to collaborate on them using several tools like measurement tools, points of interest, and so on, just to share the data with all the colleagues they need to see. Here you see a selection of our partners and software collaborations we're working together with. And actually, there will be a presentation about especially this, so Scan to BIM, at 4 p.m. today by my colleague Frida. So if you're interested, please just stay here or come back at 4 p.m. So let me now jump into the second part of my presentation. What are two use cases we see as standard use cases for laser scanning professionals? So first, as the basis, of course, again, we have the data capture. And as I already said, you can use either the NavVis hardware, like NavVis VLX or NavVis M6, or also capture data with third-party hardware. The second use case we see is this processing, alignment, and georegistration. And here we are then in the NavVis Ivion core world and also use our cloud processing add-on. Some more details about these two a little later. Then we also have three deeper use cases I do not want to present today, but still I want to mention them. What is as-built documentation, collaboration and data delivery, and construction verification. So let me give you some more information about the first use case I just mentioned already. What is the data capture with NavVis VLX and M6? And I will show this using this nice video. So what you see here actually is the NavVis M6. So it's a trolley-based solution where you just move through the room using the NavVis M6. From time to time, you have to stand still to capture a high-quality panorama image. And then you just keep on walking until you captured the whole area you wanted to capture. But as you can see, our NavVis M6, you would call it a little bit bulky. So stairs are a problem with that. So that's why we also invented the NavVis VLX, what you can see here now. So it's a wearable system, it's versatile, and you can just walk around with it. Also, stairs are not a problem at all. Narrow spaces are not a problem, as you can see here. And this is how you capture data using the NavVis VLX. So let me quickly summarize this use case again in this slide. Another additional feature I would like to mention is the usage of control points and survey markers for optimization, alignment, and georegistration. And the impact compared to TLS is that you can reduce your scanning time up to 90%. And doing that, you can, of course, increase the point cloud coverage, so decrease occlusions in the point clouds due to many thousands perspectives doing mobile mapping. The second use case is about processing, alignment, and georegistration, and I would also like to show you this video here. So with the new NavVis VLX version, we can also map outdoors now, as you can see here. And we saw that the standard surveying workflow actually is that you capture a few control points using a GNSS rover, then take a total station and position the total station using exactly those global coordinates. And then you refine the surveying network outdoors and also indoors. So you can also station the total station afterwards indoors. And of course, as last step, you then take the NavVis VLX, capture the data, capture the control point, and afterwards import all of this into NavVis Ivion Core. So first you have to create a site. You have to define your spatial reference system you want your project to be in. Afterwards, upload the data. Then also process this data and using the control points you captured with the total station for optimization and automatic georegistration. And the data will be exactly on that place on the Earth where you want them to be. And what you see here at the moment is our alignment tool and quality assurance tool. So you can also now import data from third-party hardware and just align them with the NavVis data. The last tool I want to show here in this video is this crop and download function. So you just select the area that you're interested in and download just this area and keep on working on the data in the third-party software, whatever you need. Let me also summarize this use case in another slide. So an additional feature I did not mention so far is the visual quality assurance you can do as well in Ivion. And this leads to the impact that you can decrease the time for processing because we have a parallel processing on the cloud. And also, the alignment does not take a long time because it's just a super intuitive tool. And that way you can increase your employees' productivity. So let me summarize the presentation I just gave. So one main advantage of the NavVis solution is that we have a fast scanning and a high coverage during scanning, and also a great accuracy. And actually, more information about the accuracy of the NavVis products I will hold in an hour at 3 p.m. Then if your deliverable is as-built, CAD, or BIM documentation, our data are definitely useful for that, so you can just model on the NavVis data for indoor and outdoor spaces, of course. A third point I want to mention is the power of software. So with NavVis, yes, you buy a hardware device, but you will still have an improved accuracy in future because we, of course, improve our software and share our software improvements with our clients. So you get updates every month. So the accuracy actually increases. And last but not least, you can easily combine your solutions with our solutions. So either bring the NavVis data into the world where you're in already, or the other way around. Just take the data from the other manufacturers and bring them into the NavVis world. And that can definitely change your business to the better. Thank you.